Hi, my name is Elisa and today I'm going to present MacBook Pro 13-inch, which is just right here. So let's go. The brand of this laptop, MacBook Pro 13-inch M1, is Apple, and also the model is A2338, which has been made in 2020. Also, the operating of this Mac is Mac OS X line, and the price of this MacBook Pro starts at $1,099 for a version with a M1 processor, 256GB storage, and 8GB RAM. The chipset of this MacBook Pro is M1. The M1 processor in the MacBook Pro makes it extremely quick and powerful. And also its 8-core CPU rips through complicated operation and demanding workloads at up to 2.8x quicker processing speed than the previous generation, all while consuming less energy. It has Intel Core i5 1038NG7 and two similar CPU that are just like this is AMD Ryzen 5 or 2400G, which is these similar to CPUs that I think the MacBook Pro CPUs is better than all of them. The clock speed is 2064 until 3220 MHz. It is outfitted with an Intel Core i5 CPU and 8GB of RAM with a capacity of 512GB. The 8-core GPU in M1 is the most advanced graphic processor Apple has ever built, and it brings the world's fastest integrated graphic in a personal computer, 7 delivering a ridiculous 5 times boost in graphic horsepower. There are many input and output devices. The inputs include keyboard, 65 US or 66 ISO keys, including 4 arrow key in inverted T arrangement, the touch bar, the touch ID sensor, ambient light sensor, and the force touch trackpad for precise cursor control and pressure sensing capabilities, enables force clicks, accelerates pressure-sensitive drawing, and multi-touch gesture. The outputs, the screen, the current 13 MacBook Pro inch has a 2560 in 1600 pixels with headphone jacks, and the speaker capacity is up to 17 hours wireless web. One thing that I always love about this Mac is the battery life it has, in comparison to previous one that I have had, like the Sony Vaio. Another is the touch bar and touchpad sensor, which allows me to move a cursor easily and don't use a mouse. In my opinion, if you are a person who always works with computer and always take their laptop every minute, it is very handy and has a very high battery life and capacity. What I do not like about this Mac is it has a 720p webcam, and in my opinion it's still terrible for this technology. And apps for iOS are the nose, because you cannot download or install various apps that you can install in the Windows or Androids. And the bezels are still pretty large, and the physical design is much the same as the previous 2 years, and you will have to wait for improve for Rosetta app optimization. Social impact. The pros are laptops have altered how individuals interact with one another and their surroundings. Even people can organize their daily life tasks better. The cons is obesity and weight loss, as well as premature aging, all contribute to impaired vision. And MacBook is expensive for many people, so laptop including MacBooks encourage and exceed the information and data piracy race. The economical impact, the pros, including computing as a general word for digital technology, has made a significant contribution to economic growth during the previous 2 decades. And MacBook, besides the other digital devices, have had a great role in economical growth by saving paper, time, and the money. The cons in the economical impact is one of the most important issues in the probability of being stolen, because they are small devices and they can carry it everywhere easily. The environmental impact, the pros are in laptop media. There are so many programs which encourages people or convince people about a global warming and skills of how to prevent this damage early. And the cons is when laptops are abandoned in the landfill, they contain heavy metals like lead and hazardous compounds that harm the soil and poison groundwater.